The forest was alive with the vibrant hues of autumn. Leaves of crimson and gold fluttered down from the treetops, carpeting the ground in a mosaic of color. The crisp air carried the faint scent of pine and earth, mingling with the whispers of the wind. It was in this picturesque setting that the lives of two unlikely friends, a raccoon named Mask and a red fox named Red, intertwined in a tale of adventure, bravery, and discovery. Chapter 1. An unlikely encounter. Mask was a clever raccoon with a penchant for mischief. His dexterous paws and keen intellect often got him in and out of trouble. He lived in a cozy burrow beneath an ancient oak tree, where he had amassed a collection of shiny trinkets and curiosities. Mask's days were filled with exploring the forest, foraging for food, and playing pranks on the other woodland creatures. Red, on the other hand, was a solitary red fox with a fiery spirit. His striking russet fur and bushy tail made him a captivating sight as he moved gracefully through the forest. Red was a skilled hunter and an expert at navigating the dense underbrush. He preferred the solitude of his den on the edge of the forest, where he could observe the world around him in peace. Their paths first crossed on a crisp autumn evening. Mask was scavenging for berries near a babbling brook when he heard the soft rustle of leaves behind him. He turned to find Red watching him with curious amber eyes. Startled, Mask dropped his handful of berries and prepared to flee. "Easy there, little one," Red said in a soothing voice. "I mean you no harm." Mask hesitated, eyeing the fox warily. "What do you want?" Red chuckled softly. "Just passing by. I've seen you around, always busy with your little adventures." Mask relaxed slightly, but remained cautious. "I suppose I am. And you? What brings you here?" "Just enjoying the evening," Red replied, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "The forest is particularly beautiful at this time of year." Mask nodded, still unsure of the fox's intentions. "It is, but why are you talking to me? Foxes usually don't bother with raccoons." Red tilted his head thoughtfully, perhaps indifferent. "Or perhaps I see something in you that others don't." Mask's curiosity was piqued. "What do you mean?" "You're clever, resourceful, and brave," Red said, his gaze unwavering. "I think we could be friends." Mask was taken aback. Friends with a fox? It was unheard of. But there was something sincere in Red's eyes. Something that made Mask believe in the possibility. "All right," Mask said slowly. "Friends, and so, an unlikely friendship began." Over the following weeks, Mask and Red spent their days exploring the forest together. They shared stories, hunted for food, and discovered hidden treasures among the trees. Mask's cleverness complemented Red's agility, and together they made a formidable team. Chapter 2. The Mysterious Cavione Day. As they ventured deeper into the forest than ever before, they stumbled upon an old, overgrown path. Intrigued, they followed it until they reached the entrance of a dark, ominous cave. Vines and moss covered the entrance, and an eerie silence hung in the air. "What do you think is in there?" Mask asked, his eyes wide with excitement and fear. Red sniffed the air cautiously. "I'm not sure. But it feels ancient." Mask's adventurous spirit got the better of him. "Let's go in and find out." Red hesitated. "Are you sure? It could be dangerous." "That's what makes it exciting," Mask declared, already moving toward the cave. With a resigned sigh, Red followed. The cave was damp and cold, the air thick with the smell of earth and decay. Their footsteps echoed off the stone walls as they ventured deeper into the darkness. Mask's eyes glinted with determination, while Red's ears were pricked for any sign of danger. After what felt like an eternity, they reached a cavern illuminated by a faint, otherworldly glow. In the center of the cavern stood a pedestal, and atop it rested a large, intricately carved stone. Runes and symbols covered its surface, pulsing with a faint blue light. "What is it?" Mask whispered, his voice filled with awe. Red stepped closer, his eyes narrowing as he examined the stone. "I don't know. But it looks powerful." Mask reached out to touch the stone, but Red stopped him. "Wait. We don't know what it does. It could be dangerous, but it's so beautiful," Mask said, mesmerized by the glowing runes. Red's instincts told him to be cautious, but he couldn't deny the allure of the stone. "All right. But be careful." As Mask's paw made contact with the stone, a surge of energy coursed through the cavern. The runes glowed brighter, and a low humming sound filled the air. Mask and Red watched in astonishment as the stone began to levitate, casting a brilliant light across the cavern walls. "What's happening?" Mask exclaimed, stepping back in fear. "I don't know." Red shouted over the growing noise, "But we need to get out of here." The cavern trembled as the stone's energy reached its peak. Mask and Red turned and bolted for the cave entrance, the ground shaking beneath their feet. Just as they reached the exit, a blinding flash of light engulfed the cave, and everything went silent. Chapter 3. The Guardians warning. Mask and Red emerged from the cave. They were met with a sight that took their breath away. The forest around them had transformed. The trees were taller, the colors more vibrant, and the air shimmered with magic. It was as if they had stepped into another world. "What happened?" Mask asked, his voice trembling with awe and fear. Red shook his head, equally bewildered. "I don't know. But it's incredible." As they stood there, trying to comprehend the change, a figure emerged from the trees. It was an elderly badger, his fur silver with age and his eyes wise and knowing. He carried a staff adorned with feathers and crystals, and his presence exuded a sense of ancient power. "Welcome, travelers," the badger said in a deep, resonant voice. "I am Elder Thorn, guardian of the enchanted forest." Mask and Red exchanged a glance, unsure of how to respond. Finally, Mask spoke. We didn't mean to intrude. We found a stone in the cave." and Elder Thorn raised a paw, silencing him. "I know. The stone you touched is the heart of the forest, a powerful artifact that maintains the balance of magic in this realm." Red's eyes widened. "We didn't mean any harm." "We didn't know," the elder badger nodded. "I understand. The heart has been dormant for many years, waiting for the right moment to awaken. Your presence and curiosity have triggered its power." Mask looked worried. "Is that bad?" Elder Thorn smiled kindly. "Not necessarily. The heart's awakening is a sign of change, a new chapter for the forest. But it also means that there are challenges ahead, trials that must be faced to ensure the balance remains." Red stepped forward, his determination shining through. "What do we need to do? The heart has chosen you as its guardians," Elder Thorn explained. "You must protect it and the forest from those who would seek to exploit its power. There will be dangers, but also allies who will aid you on your journey." Mask and Red exchanged a determined glance. "We're ready," Mask said firmly. "Good," Elder Thorn said, his eyes gleaming with approval. "Your first task is to seek out the 3 ancient totems hidden throughout the forest. Each totem holds a piece of the heart's power and will guide you on your path." With their mission clear, Mask and Red set off into the enchanted forest, their hearts filled with a newfound sense of purpose. They knew the road ahead would be fraught with challenges, but together, they were ready to face whatever lay ahead. Chapter 4. The Totem of Wisdom. First totem they sought was the Totem of Wisdom, said to be hidden deep within the oldest part of the forest. As they journeyed through the vibrant, magical landscape, they encountered creatures they had never seen before: glowing butterflies, singing flowers, and trees that whispered secrets to those who would listen. Mask and Red marveled at the wonders around them, but they remained focused on their quest. They followed Elder Thorn's guidance, navigating through dense underbrush and crossing sparkling streams until they reached a clearing bathed in golden light. In the center of the clearing stood a towering oak tree, its bark etched with ancient runes. "This must be it," Red said, his eyes scanning the tree for clues. Mask approached the tree, his paws tracing the intricate carvings. "Look, there's a pattern here. It's like a puzzle." Red joined him, studying the runes closely. "We need to decipher this to find the totem." Using their combined intellect, Mask and Red worked through the puzzle, aligning the runes in the correct order. As they completed the final piece, the tree began to shimmer, and a hidden compartment opened to reveal a small, ornate totem carved from wood and adorned with feathers. Mask carefully took the totem, feeling a surge of energy as he did. "This is it. The totem of wisdom." Red nodded, his eyes filled with admiration. 1.